This is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Thursday, April 8th, 2021. Yesterday, the markets closed at a 52-week high. Today, we have opened higher, and we are consolidating up around the open of the session, which is above yesterday's high. So at those 52-week highs again this afternoon. And I figured we'd take a look at that type of pattern as we head into the close of the session this afternoon. We're going to be looking at all four instruments, and we're going to be looking at a time-based entry this afternoon that enters the market at 3 p.m. Eastern time as a long. It's going to be set to exit at the close of regular trading hours, which is 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. Now, this morning we gapped up, and I'm going to add that to the test here by going to the opening filters and clicking on gap up in the gap direction. That just means that the opening print was above the prior day's closing print. And right now we are trading above yesterday's high. I want to add that to this test as well. So to do that, I'm going to go to post open filters, and this is where I can add context around what has happened intraday. And I'm going to say that at the time of the entry, which I've got set to 3 p.m., the price is above the prior session high of day. So I can go down to intraday close, which is referencing the price at the time of entry, 3 p.m., versus daily levels category here. And I can hit equals next to above prior high. And that will mean this test is looking at when the 3 p.m. price is above the prior session high. Now, next, I want to go into the price pattern section, and I want to say yesterday closed at a 52-week high. So that's found in the new highs category. The easiest place to grab it, though, is from the active today section. I'm just going to go down to the new highs down here, third from the bottom, click on day after 52-week high close. That adds it to the test, and then I can hit view results. And here we go. These are the results based upon going long at 3 p.m. Eastern time, exiting at the close 4:15 p.m. Eastern time when you gap up after a 52-week high close, and then at 3 p.m. you're still trading above the prior session high of day. So this is a strong market environment. You're trading up above the prior day's high. The prior day closed at a 52-week high. So this pattern is a fairly common pattern. We've got 133 samples in the S&P, 154 in the NASDAQ, 147 in the Dow, and 82 in the Russell. And the win rates on these are all north of 50, most of them north of 55. So you got the S&P here. 58% of these have closed above that 3 p.m. price. With the NASDAQ, it's at 55%. The Dow is the strongest of the group at 61%, and the Russell coming in at 56%. So all of them at least slightly leaning towards the bullish side, historically speaking, on this pattern. And if we look at the average win and average loss, you'll see for the S&P, this has more often than not closed above that price, and then on average, the move has been larger to the upside compared to the move on the downside there. That is not the case for the NASDAQ. The average loss is a little bit larger than the average win, not significantly, but a little bit larger. For the Dow, the average win is just a little bit larger than the average loss. And then with the Russell, the average win is larger than the average loss. So 3 out of the 4 have larger average wins compared to their average losses, and all 4 of them have favored the upside historically with this pattern. If you look at the equity curves, you can kind of see they have picked up the pace a little bit here in recent years. You can see them starting to spike a little bit here. If you look at the win rates down at the last, last year, last 5 years, they look a little bit stronger. So within the past year, it looks like the S&P has 14 samples. 71% of those have closed above that 3 p.m. price. So that's a little bit stronger than the overall average here, which is coming in at 58%. If I click on NASDAQ, we can take a look at that one as well. NASDAQ's got 20 samples over the past year. It looks like 65%, so that's a little stronger as well than the overall average. The Dow last year, only 7 samples. This one looks like 3 out of the 7 have closed higher, so that one's a little weaker than the overall average. And Russell, past year, just 6 samples, and 4 out of 6 have closed higher. So recent years been a little bit stronger than the overall sample. Nothing extreme, though. So hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck the rest of the day, and we will see you tomorrow.